before I came to Peace Corps Moldova, I was studying in Massachusetts, where I studied political science, and I finished in 2016 and moved to Moldova like 10 days afterwards. And graduated and then came here.
I was an airline pilot for almost 29 years, and I was a military pilot before that for 8 years. So I flew airplanes, jets for about 37 years, and worked in the school system for 2 years, and then applied for the Peace Corps about a year ago. Yep, that's the one.
If someone asked me now what my perception of Moldova is after living here for 2 years, I would say Moldova is complex. The languages are complex, the landscape is complex, the life is complex. I would say that Moldovans are hardworking, that they're trustworthy. Moldova is like uncovering more and more like layers to me the more days that I spend here.
People don't want for the things that, the people in America want, and they use everything here. I mean, that really surprised me, how they just used everything and nothing goes to waste. Shoveling snow, in America we shovel snow and it goes out in the road and it melts. And I was starting to do that, and my host mom said, no, put it in the garden. I go, whoa, you even save snow here. Well, we got to talk about film today.
Good morning. Who do you please?
We have some guests today.
A fost ca o gură de aer proaspăt, de fapt, pentru orașul nostru, pentru că știam sigur că aerul ăsta, pe nume Alex, va fi aer plin de oportunități.
Este o organizație care dorește să promoveze valorile, dorește să predea, să ne ajute cumva. Și chiar și limba engleză, cred că este, cu acum fenomen de globalizare, limba engleză este necesar să o cunoaștem.
When I was a student in Cahul, I had a teacher from America. Her name was Jennifer Lusk, and I liked her very much. I liked the classes with a strange person coming from abroad, and when we were proposed, I accepted immediately. It was interesting for me. And this is the first year when we work, we collaborate with a volunteer from the Peace Corps. And it's very interesting, it's very exciting for me, it's a new experience.
My motivation to join the Peace Corps was just to give back. I needed to do something besides for myself. The thing that surprised me the most was not that there was a huge cultural difference, it was basically we're all the same. Working with the kids, they're the same as the kids I worked with in the United States. They all do the same things, they all act the same way, they just do it in Romanian or Russian.
I think up until this point, the happiest moment I had was in my second year. Both years I've organized events for International Day of Peace. The first year I organized them completely on my own. I was new at the school, but in my second year, midway through the summer, I ran into some students and said, we have this planned, we're going to do this, we're going to organize this event. We purchased a drone to take a video of our event, and for me to see just after 1 year that the event that I had planned just as a way of quickly integrating into the community had become an event or an activity that students took over completely on their own. For me, that was a great moment.
Pe lângă aceasta, el este un lider bun, el mereu s-a implicat în proiecte, ne-a tras pe noi, el ne-a chemat să facem voluntariat la orele de engleză, el a promovat voluntariat la, de exemplu, eu până până nu a venit Alex, niciodată n-a participat la voluntariat.
All the kids like Mr. John. They greet him, they want to play him, they try to share something with him. They like his attention and try to communicate with him.
This kind of people from Peace Corps, they are not picked from nothing. And that they are the pure example of how a human should be.
Impactul este numai pozitiv, adică le oferă elevilor mai mult oportunitatea să folosească această șansă de a fi un vorbitor nativ în clasă.
Интересно, кто tu mai vorbesc despre dânsul. Despre plimbările lui la școală, că predă bine. Dacă noi facem o lecție cu dânsul și una au alte clasuri, interesant că la fiecare lecție te întrebăm unde e.
Really used color in a film, and people really like that, and more
I think Peace Corps volunteers in Moldova now for the last 25 years have continued to not just teach English lessons or health lessons, but to teach life lessons and to remind students of their worth and of their significance and their power to change their lives. Or when I watch a light go off in a student's head about I don't know what, for me I'm receiving something. I think I receive more than I give.
Dispoziția asta, Peace, persoane care se integrează foarte repede, nu au probleme din astea. Și până la urmă a fost ca o provocare.
La prima întâlnire eu eram cam sfioasă, parcă nu mai simțeam liber, nu închipeam ca să pot comunic cu el, ca să mă deprind, mă stăruiam, mi se părea că poate ceva nu să-i plac.
For future volunteers, I heartily recommend it. You know, fellow volunteers ask me that, and would you do it over again? I said, without a doubt, I would do it over again. There's hardships, yeah. There's things that will surprise you, but overall, the experience of being in the Peace Corps would be a tremendous opportunity.
Noi am fost așa niște oameni liniștiți și primitori că am trăit ca cu ficiorul nostru, și cu Brăd și cu Alex. Oricum rămân amintiri frumoase și profesorii noștri își perfecționează puțin limba engleză, oricum noi avem dialect, avem accentul nostru, după asta ei sunt foarte mulțumiți și perfecționează și ei.
Yeah, I am glad that I became a Peace Corps volunteer. I think Peace Corps volunteers are equal part students and equal part teachers. And I think that's one of the most important parts of our work here, is that we're willing to share and willing to learn, but also willing to teach at the same time.
One thing that I've learned, and I'm really grateful that I've learned it from the Moldovans, is I don't need a lot in my life compared to what I had before. The things that I had in my life aren't as important as they are now. I can see not having to need all the material things, being more resourceful.
Wherever it is that I've left pieces of myself, in my travels and in the different places that I have called home for a short amount of time. So for me, right now, home is Moldova, and when I leave, I will feel like I'm leaving this home to kind of find home somewhere else.